And I hear the two older kids saying to her one day, "Yeah, we used to have a sister just like you. Her name was Christina. And she had glasses like you and blonde hair like you, and she was really cute just like you. And we ate her." And I go running down. I'm like, "You cannot say that to her. You can't scare her like that. That is unacceptable." And in another part of my brain, I'm thinking, you guys are a genius. Maddie never listens to me. I'm like, "Get your shoes on. Get your shoes on." You know, Christina wouldn't get her shoes on either. And all those moments bring me close to that mom I saw in the supermarket before I had children, you know, just losing it on her children. And you're thinking as a single person, "Oh my God, lady, get a grip. She's shorter than you." You know, and then all of a sudden you are that mom and you can't believe it. And then, do you remember the mom look your mom would give you? Do you remember the look, the mom look? You knew if you got that look, she was a moment away from losing it. You knew it. And then all of a sudden you have kids and you try the mom look and you can't believe it worked. But instead of anger or intimidation, we can choose fun. Anger is something we choose because we don't know what else to do to get the results we want. And anger often manipulates people into doing what we want. Anger is always a choice that we make as parents. That was great. Exactly. My point is, if you become an opera singer, "We have to leave now," and all your kids' friends are going, "Is that your mom?" "Yes, it is. I'm leaving." They're gonna leave. And instead of your kids having memories of you screaming at them and getting stressed and annoyed, they're gonna have really fun memories of you being really playful. Thanks so much for volunteering. Please. And I know what you're all thinking, well, you're just embarrassing your children. But fun cancels out stress and brings everyone into the moment. The next thing I want to talk about is intuition. Kathy was also touching on this topic. And she had a lot of stats and good points about it. I'm more about the fun of it. I remember being in the lineup at the supermarket, and I had my newborn with me, and she was, you know, fussing a bit, and I was a little embarrassed as a new mom. And I started talking to this woman in front of me, and she was like, "Well, are you getting a lot of advice right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, from the way the baby should sleep, on his back or its side, what kind of diapers, to how many times a night I should be breastfeeding." It was just overwhelming to me. And she just looked at me and said, "You know what? You're the child's mother. You know what is best for your child. Use your intuition. Intuition will always lead you to answers. Your fear will always lead you to questions and guilt." I think that it's one of the greatest tools we possess as parents. It really is. You've all been there, haven't you? It is crazy out there. I mean, obviously there's common sense, there's safety in numbers, but how do we teach them independence when we can't let them go anywhere alone? You know, and it is so true. I think the most important thing we can teach them is to listen to their gut, to their intuition, because that way, whether it's a voice in their head or a feeling in their stomach, all those things are valid, and to really listen to that. Another thing I want to discuss is the power struggle. Another issue that I came up with the workshops that I was running was siblings fighting and having the tools to deal with this. So I came up with two really fun ways that I deal with conflict with my kids when they start arguing. One, as you can tell, is court. Yes, I hold court. Just think Law and Order. Dun, 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 dun. They start fighting. I set up my own little witness box. I get out my meat tenderizer as my gavel. I've always wanted to be a judge. I make them swear on the most important book in the world. "You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to help you cat in the hat" by Dr. Seuss. All right? But what it forces them to do is who's ever in the witness box has to tell their truth. And who's ever not in the witness box, even though they can object at times, which I sustain, overruled, right? But I find it gives them the chance where they really have to listen to each other and really know why each other is mad. And I find by the end, by the time I make my ruling, which is usually a hug and a kiss and an apology with whoever I thought was mistaken or did something wrong, but I find it really teaches them the tool of listening.